Hi guys, in today's video I thought I would film an update video for you guys because a lot has kind of changed again for the guinea pigs. So here is actually my foster girl, that is Peaches. She is doing a lot better now. She's actually at the head. She's weirdly confident, which is great for her. But yeah, so yesterday we ended up going to the vets with Finley because Finley has been losing weight quite drastically lately, and it was getting to a point where everything I was doing to put weight on him just very clearly wasn't working. So we ended up going to the vets with him, and basically it turns out Finley, so they did a blood test on him. They don't think he has thyroid disease, which they originally thought he did with his weight loss. And also his age, he's very young to have thyroid disease. They can get thyroid disease at 2, but he's quite young for that. And he started losing hair in his belly, and yeah, he's just struggling to put weight on as well. So the vets suspect that he has cancer, but at the moment he's too thin for me to feel comfortable to go do an anaesthetic on him, because every anaesthetic is risky, do you know what I mean? There's always a risk with an anaesthetic, but I like my pigs. For example, certain situations like with one of my girls who had ovarian cyst, she needed to be spayed. Like, there was a need for that with her. Whereas with Finley at the moment, he is comfortable. So there isn't as much of a need for that at the moment. So yeah, so with him, the plan is kind of just to keep him comfortable because he's comfortable. But the issues with this hair being so large and with the girls being quite dominant, he is often picked on, which it's not bad. Like, they don't stop him from eating, but they do kind of kick him around a little bit. So the plan is for these guys was then to bond Ollie, Ottie and Betty just there in with my girls who live with Finley, and then B, who lives downstairs, who used to live with Ollie, Ottie and Betty. She was going to bond in with Finley, which we did end up doing all that last night. And I still didn't finish. I didn't leave the room till about 1 a.m. just because obviously I like to feel comfortable that they're not going to kill each other. And there was a bit of shoving, a bit of kind of pushing around, which you are still seeing now. But that is only just because this is a new group. Finley is also a lot older than Ollie. Ollie's only a year old. Well, not a lot older. Ollie's only a year old. Finley's 2. So there will be a little bit more pushing and shoving just because he's a younger, more hormonal male, and just his personality is a lot different to his. But no, they have 2 balls over there. Yeah, so personalities are different. Everything's a little bit different. So there has been a little bit more pushing and shoving, but it hasn't been severe. So I'm not worried, to be honest. But yeah, so these guys are doing great at the moment. As you guys can see, everyone bonded. I felt comfortable enough to put in hides last night. So far, nobody's got any injuries. They've got one big litter tray over here, one big litter tray over there, and then all like the hides and things. And then yeah, so far at the moment we are doing pretty well. So my plan is, if I decide to keep the other foster girl, she will be bonded in with Finley and B as a trio. Not too sure yet what's happening with her. But yeah, that little girl over there is doing so much better now. She's with her head. I've noticed just behaviourally she's doing great. To be honest, there's not really many updates with my other group, with my other 2 groups either, really. They're doing great. They're very settled as groups. But yeah, so that is just these guys, and I'm going to show you guys B and Finley in a second. Because in the morning we also do pellets, and then they don't get their veg. Then, to be fair, they don't need any more hay at the moment. They're okay for hay. And then they then get veg again later on, and hay if they need it. But yeah, so that's just these guys in the morning. Hi guys, so it's actually been a few days since I actually filmed this video, so
If you guys, obviously you guys have watched the other part of this video where I kind of updated you guys that Finley was losing a lot of weight and B was getting picked on by the herd that she was living in with Finley and Betty and Ottie. So we decided to obviously separate them. You guys would have seen that in the first part of this video. But today we had to take Finley to the vets because he lost another 100 grams. I think it was in 4 days. And I was chatting to one of the nurses at work about it the other day, and it was like, something's definitely not right. As even with separating him off with B and those two were getting along great, it still wasn't working in terms of getting him to gain weight. And he lost another 100 grams, and it was, we can do investigation work. I spoke to a head vet who's actually really, really well known. Spoke to her today, and it was like, okay, we can do all this investigation work, but how much good is it for him? Because he is 2 and he is just not gaining any weight at all, and he's not progressing, he's actually regressing. And she was like, I have a really high suspicion it is a tumour. So today weighed him again and he'd lost another 20 grams just overnight, and I was like, okay, take him to work with me today. So I took him in, left Miss B at home just here, and it was decided to humanely euthanise him because, yeah, the vets suspect he had lymphoma, which is quite common, to be honest, in younger pigs. It's something that sadly does happen. So whilst I was at work, we had a guinea pig rescue who had 2 girls who basically didn't have any space for, and I'd originally tried B back in with this herd. They were a bit of a mess. Back in with these guys, and it just went a little bit tits up in the sense of they just didn't want her in the group at all. Like, I did neutral territory. Obviously they have been living next to her for the last few days, obviously with that partition, and it just wasn't going well at all. I tried it with my other herds and they just didn't want her in there, and it was a case where obviously she couldn't be by herself, and I had decided to just take these 2 girls home from work. So these girls, I think, are in here. They're in here maybe. Yeah, they're under here. This is them. So it is 2 sisters at the moment. I'm at the moment fostering them. So basically the plan is that eventually one day I'm going to take off that partition, and this whole herd will basically have this whole cage plus this cage if it works out. Or I will be giving this herd this cage and rehoming these 3 girls. I'm not too sure, to be honest. They are about 8 weeks old now, or 9 weeks old. B is absolutely loving them, to be honest. You can tell she hasn't been getting as much food as she should be within her herd because she's older than them and she probably weighs about as much as them. But she absolutely loves them. But that is just kind of what's gone on at the moment. They have really settled in together, to be honest. B is kind of mumming them a little bit, which is really, really sweet to go see. I do need to go top up the hay back there. But yeah, B is mumming them a little bit, which is really, really sweet to go and see because she is a really social, for a female of her age, she's extremely vocal and extremely confident, which you don't normally see within the girls. But yeah, so the plan is at the moment I will keep them as a herd of 3 for now, and then maybe when spring and summer comes and the pigs are outside all the time, I will attempt a neutral territory bond outside. And because I still don't know what I'm doing over the 2 fosters, Peaches, who is just somewhere under here probably. No, Peaches, who is somewhere in this room. Somewhere. The cage does need a really, really good clean. But Peaches, I think I'm going to keep because she has really settled and she's a really friendly female and I really like Peaches. So the plan is I'm going to keep Peaches, I think. The other female who's got ringworm, don't know about her yet. And these 3 girls, I'm a little bit undecided, to be honest. But yeah, so that is just the plans for now, to be honest. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I know there's been a lot of updates. I think on my next video I'm probably going to do a diet video or meet the guinea pigs video because yeah. But yeah, so that is just them. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.